I'm Seamus Jolly at Edisto Ridge Farms. Hope you're having a nice evening. Today we gotta harvest the potatoes. Now, we're most likely not gonna get these done tonight, but we're gonna try a few different ways. We're gonna try hoeing, raking, shoveling, and by hand. And as you can see, this garden is very weedy. We have potatoes right under our feet, so it's gonna be hard to hand dig, I reckon. So we're gonna go over to the shop real quick. We're gonna get us a hand shovel. So it might not be the best idea to use a big hand shovel. When I mean a hand shovel, I mean just a small kind of trowel hand shovel kind of thing. So we're going to try that, and we might go ahead and get a hoe like thing just to try it. So we're gonna come in here. Gonna get a shovel and a hoe. Now this isn't much of a hoe, but it has a hoe-like end. So we're gonna try that. We're also going to try a shovel. Now, you don't have to have a nursery spade. We may just use this though, because I'm not gonna go searching around for hours trying to find a hand shovel. But you can use a big construction shovel. You can use a square shovel. You can even use just a hand garden shovel. I just didn't really want to look for one. So we're gonna try these two different ways, and we're gonna see how they turn out. We got quite a few beds of potatoes. I'm not sure how many we're gonna get done. We got like 6 beds of it. We have 6 beds of potatoes. I'm not even sure where the potatoes were planted now, so we're just gonna have to find this out. So I'm thinking the bed probably ends right about here. So there's probably a potato right here, and I can feel roots from these weeds going in. Hopefully the bugs haven't gotten to the potatoes before we can. I really should have harvested these earlier, but it is what it is. Actually, I don't want to hit my potatoes, so I'm going to try this. Might be actually a little bit quicker too. Just going to come in here, break up all the soil. I don't see any potatoes right now. So it could be deeper. It could be not here anymore. Makes plenty of sense. Of course, we did have to space these a fair amount. There will be some that don't give any potatoes. And as you can see, I can try to get in here, use my hands, and I can dig it up. But with that nursery spade or this, it's just a whole lot better. Not as hard to get them out. We got a rock here, I think. Nope, just hitting some hard dirt. We may not have any potatoes in here. They're kind of been sitting here for a long time without being harvested. So the minute I see something that looks like a potato, I'll stop. But I ain't seeing nothing that looks like a potato. I am seeing some rocks though. That's because we dumped some rocks here some while ago. Not sure why, but we did. As you can see, this hoe is breaking up the soil really good. And I think I'm actually digging out the trench itself. I'm not seeing any potato plant, but we do have one potato plant right here with its still dead body. plant body itself. So I'm gonna carefully come in here, just carefully and lightly break up that soil. And as you can see, the potatoes came out real quick. They're not too far below the soil. There's a beautiful potato right there. That's a russet. They come in bigger sizes. They come in smaller sizes. Really, they all come in different shapes and sizes. They don't always turn out perfect size. They're not really too terribly the same. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, but that's a root. You find, usually we would have pulled these up a little while earlier when the potatoes plants themselves died. I'm not sure if we're gonna find any along this bed here. We might find some in this bed, but I'm not finding many potatoes in here. Here's one. See that brown? Whenever you see a little bit of brown in the soil, always look in there. And this eye, I'm not too worried about. We can just snap that off. When they're rotted though, which I've actually had a rotten potato where my finger, I was digging up some, or it had a hole in it, sorry. And my finger went into that hole. That's kind of why I wanted to try a hand shovel or something. I don't like things like that happening to me. But we found at least one potato plant. There's one right there in the weeds. And these weeds really took over after the potato plants themselves died. I haven't been watering this as much as I should, and we should have weeded this quite a little while ago. Our tomato plants, they're probably gonna die off soon. Our potato plants don't, or tomato plants don't really last too terribly long. But I think that's all the taters out of that area. We got one more right here. And actually, for this one, I'm gonna try a nursery spade. We got a bucket here. I can just drop that in there. I'm gonna try a nursery spade for this one. Carefully, just around the perimeter of it. Now, with this, you especially gotta be careful because this is sharpened, meant to cut through roots, so I might switch after the nursery spade into regular hands because I don't want to break my potatoes. So we got a whole bunch of weeds on the top there. I think that was the rest of the potato plant. Move, Lucy. Come on, come on, come on. We're just digging through here, trying to see if there's any potatoes. There's something that looks like it might be a potato. It's too small. Not gonna really use that. There we go. You want it? I guess she doesn't. Not really seeing many potatoes here. That's all right. Sometimes there's just not any potatoes. So, not seeing any potatoes from that. We're gonna keep moving down along this line. And as you can tell, in this potato plant that we dug up, I could tell that there's probably not gonna be many potatoes over here because you saw how close to the surface those potatoes were that I was digging in there when I hit it. So they're really quite close to the surface. So if there was any potatoes, I would be hitting them soon. So I know. So not seeing any right now. We might have some. Not very many though. The ants and stuff probably took them. We're slowly pulling this through. My dad just mentioned We don't want any cut in half potatoes. Or just pushing back and forth. I'm not seeing any, so I'm gonna move down the line. There might be some right here. I hit something hard, or hard enough that I could feel it. That's just a rock. So we're not seeing any. So I'm gonna keep moving. And this is one thing you may want to think about. You may want to think about switching from where you've already dug. So that way, dirt isn't where you're going to be digging. So looking for any potato plants. Not seeing any. Here's one. Got 2 potatoes right here. And this is really just kind of guesswork. We got one right here and one right there. We're trying to spot these out. We're just digging close to the surface here. Not too far down, I don't think they would be. If the bugs got them, then we'll be able to tell. There's one. That's a good potato. That's one of the potatoes I want to have. That's a decent sized potato. Now, oftentimes there'll be like one big one, and the other ones will be small. And so, we got one there so far. And we're working on trying to get more, hopefully. So we're going to continue digging right here. See if we have any more. That feels like dirt. Thought it might have been one. Here's a beautiful one. See that brown in there? That's not soil. I say that. I guess a lot of times potatoes can be the same size. And there's more than just one big one, I guess. Because that was a big one. There's one right here. That's the biggest one, I think, so far. So this one, we're having some big ones. So here's another one. There's one. Big baby. Just gonna break that one off. That's a decent sized one. Here's another one right here. It's a decent sized one. Don't know if that's all. Out on top of them. I'm looking through here, digging. There's one. Here's a few actually. Here's another one. We're getting the smaller ones down here, I think. So, I think we pretty much have gotten all of them. Maybe. So that looks like it's all of that plant. And see, I'm happy with that so far. So, we're gonna pull up this one. This one hasn't completely died back. It looks like it was still living some. So I gotta pull this one out. Broke the potatoes off. Looks like there's a baby tater right there. It's too small for me. No one's gonna be able to eat that little tiny tater. That's just a dirt plot. Got a whole bunch of weeds in here. Gonna dig. Here's one. This one has a whole bunch of stuff growing all over it, so I'm gonna throw that one out. Not too. Don't want to mess with that because it has a hole in it as well. It kind of looked disgusting. I'm gonna. Oh, here's one, but see, it's got a hole in it too. Right in there. So these look like they're little baby ones. Pretty much. That's just a dirt clump. We got a tater plant down there too. Oop, we got one right here. Wonder what this one is like. This one looks pretty big. This one might be a little bit more difficult to get out to. Boom. And As you can tell, healthy looking, no bugs got to it. Weed. Got another one right here. Beautiful. Got one way back here too. Ah. Look at that. Got a hole in it though. Looks like predators might be, or bugs might be eating that. I should have thrown it in a compost pile now that I think about it. It doesn't look too good. Here's one. Feels a little bit soft for a tater. I think I'm gonna get that one out. Here's one. That looks pretty good. Not too much rotting. I don't see anything that might be mold. Looking pretty good. So, this one has a whole lot more taters than I thought it had. Gonna dig in here some. Don't think that was a potato. Got one way back here. Oh man, this thing is big. Oh boy, oh boy. Gotta pull it in. Look at that. That thing is monstrous. But it's got holes in it. Looks like the bugs have been drilling into it. Man, that would have been an awesome keep. Oh well, better be safe than sorry. So we'll have to. We should have harvested these earlier. I don't like a whole bunch of holes in my potatoes. I prefer to be safe than sorry. That's just dirt there. Got a potato down here. This plant is going deep. Looking good. So put that in there. Now eventually we'll start getting into their regular roots. So they'll have the potatoes and stuff like that. But then they got roots that collect the water for them. So I think that's pretty much all of that plant. Not seeing too many other potato plants. We got one right here. Looks like we got one right there. I don't know. I don't think we do. I think that's just broken up potato stuff right there. We're gonna pull these out. Piece of wood. We'll probably get down to something very shortly. Hope. There's a potato. That's a good size one. Rotten. Got something way back here. Look at that, 2 potatoes. Don't think we're gonna see many in here. So I'm fairly certain that's pretty much all the potatoes down there. I got well, we got one right there. We got one way back here. Got one right there. Oop. I'm not seeing very many potatoes. So I'm guessing that's all from that plant. We got one more right here. Probably potato skin. Two potatoes. It kind of seemed like they got real wet. Which is okay because it rained, so. Piece of wood. Come on out. Come on out. That's a big boy. But it's got moldish stuff in there. Here's a nice big old boy. Don't think I'm gonna keep that one. So we're just gonna keep digging around in here for a potato, or two, or three. Yeah. Ow! Don't think there's many more in there. We're gonna keep moving. And we got quite a little bit so far, as you can tell. Move. Oh. There we go. Had to get out of the way. Got a hole. I think that's just a divot in the potato. Moved on. But we're gonna keep it. So here's a potato. Move. Wicked. Thank you. Now, what do we have down here? Piece of wood. There's a potato. That's a good sized potato. Piece of wood. So you can see the hoe and your hands work really well. I'm gonna keep that. We'll examine it later. But I don't think the nursery spade works too well. A hand shovel might work good. I don't know. I'm not too leaning to it because you can hit potatoes real easy. So I think that's that potatoes. Sorry, hit you with my hat. My cameraman keeps pointing out potatoes. We got one right here. We're gonna dig this out to see if we got any. Looks like that's some green still. Gonna try getting my hand all the way around that. I feel some potatoes. Uh-oh, I might be lucky. Feels like digging for bones or something. We got a potato on the surface there. We got two potatoes right here. There's a root. That one's rotted. That one's okay. Of course, doesn't help it's been rainy. For the past few days. Oh, slug. What do you know? Chicken feed right there. So, gonna try to be effective. There you go, boy. Eat it. Look there. We got it. That's meat for us. So, anytime you see a slug, feed it to your chickens. Free chicken food. We got plenty of beetles out there. Ain't seeing many potatoes there. Getting a fair amount. So, I think we're gonna stop for tonight. Make sure you tune in for tomorrow. We're gonna continue to search for potatoes. I'm Seamus Jolly, my cameraman Lachlan, at Stowe Ridge Farms. Hope you have a nice evening.